Hi everyone, today we are learning about plotting coordinate points. So go ahead and fill in the blanks as I am filling them in. When plotting coordinate points, begin by plotting the x value and then the y value. We're going to do a little bit of color coding today to make sure that we really understand this. So the x-axis is right here if you did not know, and the y-axis is right here. This on the right side of the x-axis is the positive side, positive 1, positive 2, 3, 4, 5, etc. And on this side, on the left side, is the negative side. On the y-axis, it's going to be the positive up here, and then the negative down here. Just as a reminder, a way to remember this is x to the next, a way to remember that it's from side to side, and y to the sky, which means it's going up and down, just as a reminder. The x-axis is the horizontal axis. It's the more academic word for that. The y-axis is the vertical axis. Now let's look at this example. This example is going to ask us about two different points. The first part asks us to plot 3, 4. Now remember, these always go x, y, always in alphabetical order. So what I'm going to do is I'm always going to start at the origin, point 0, 0. That's the one that I just made right in the middle right here. Now what I'm going to do is it says positive 3, so I'm going to go to the right 3 with my x value, and then I'm going to go up 4, a positive 4, for my y value. And that's where I'm going to plot my point. Now all this extra, all these blue and green loops, those are just to make sure exactly that you know how to get there. But I'm going to erase that, and then I can label my point 3, 4. The next thing that this example asks me to do is to write the ordered pair for point A. Now I see point A is right here. So again, I'm going to start from the middle, and I'm going to see how I need to get there. So first I'm going to move right or left. Now if I move right, I'm going to get further away from the point, so I'm going to move left. I'm going to move left 2 points. Now I've lined up with my point, so I know my x value is negative 2. From there I'm going to go up 1, and I'll find my point, so I know my y value is positive 1. So this value right here is negative 2, positive 1. The next example does the same. Example 2 asks me to do two things. So first I'm going to plot negative 2, 0. Now again, I'm going to use blue for my x and green for my y value. Now something interesting is happening here, because when I start from the middle, now the first direction tells me to move with my x value. And I remember this is my x-axis, and I remember this is the negative side and this is the positive side. This says negative 2, so I'm going to move left 2 spaces. So 1, 2. Now once I get here, my y value is saying 0. Right here, anything moving up would be positive, anything moving down would be negative, so right on the line is actually 0 for the y value. I'm going to draw my point there. I'm going to erase my little loops, and then there's negative 2, 0. Fantastic. Now the next thing it asks me to do is to write the ordered pair for point B. For point B, again, I will start with the middle, and then I want to move to point B. Now I see point B moving to my right and then down. So I'm going to move with my x-axis. I lined it up with B, so that's going to be a positive 2. Remember, the right side is the positive side, and I move 2 spaces. Now as I move down to my y value, I know that the y value is going to be negative, and then I move 3 spaces, so it's going to be negative 3. You'll also see these numbers right here, positive 2 and negative 3. So I'm going to label that point as well, 2, negative 3. Finally, here's the last example, example 3. Again, it asks us the same idea. I'm going to plot a point first. By this point, you should know that you're always starting from the middle. This is my x value. This is my y value. This is my x-axis and the positive side, and this is the negative side. This is my y-axis, the positive side, and the negative side. So, from here, the x value is -1. That means I'm going to move to the left 1 space. Then from here, my y value is -5, so I'm going to move down 5 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I draw my point. I label it -1, -5, and I erase all my loops because this is actually only 1 point. It's not related to the lines. Next thing it asks me to do is to write the ordered pair for point C. Now I see point C is right here. Again, I need to start from the middle. I move with my x-axis first. I see that point C is to the right of the middle, so I'm going to move that many spaces. 1, 2, 3. There's point C. I already reached it. So I don't actually need to. So that's +3. That's my x value. And then since I already reached the point, I actually don't need to move up or move down. So my y value is 0. Now let's say point C was down here. I would then need to move down 2 and I would have a y value, right? But that is not the case currently. Thank you very much. I hope this was a helpful video, and let me know if you have any questions.